Good morning, class 12 commerce. Welcome to accountancy class. Today we are starting one of the lesson from the book Analysis of Financial Statement. As you know very well, financial statement means the statement of profit and loss and balance sheet which are prepared at the end of the year by each and every business organizations. These financial statement tells us about the position of income and expenditure occurred during the year and the position of assets and liabilities. But these statement does not tell us कि suppose statement of profit and loss given has 1 lakh rupees profit for that year. It does not tell us कि whether this profit of 1 lakh rupees is enough or not, is it sufficient or not. Balance sheet will give the position of current assets and current liabilities, but it will not tell us whether we have enough current assets to pay current liabilities or not, or what is the position of current assets and current liabilities. So therefore, in order to know the actual financial position, we analyze our financial statement, analysis our financial statement. There are various techniques of analysis. One is common size statement, number 2 comparative statement, number 3 ratio analysis, number 4 cash flow statement. So today we are starting ratio analysis. By finding ratio of accounting groups, we will try to establish relation between two or more groups. So what is ratio analysis? Refers to a situation in which we find a ratio of two different accounting groups. For example, current assets and current liabilities, net profit and net sale. These are some examples. So there are 4 kinds of ratios, dear friends. Number 1, liquidity ratio. Number 2, long-term solvency ratio. Number 3, activity turnover ratio. And number 4, profitability ratio. So we have different 4 categories of ratio. So today we are going to discuss liquidity ratio. The alternate name of liquidity ratio is short-term solvency ratio. This ratio tells us about the liquidity of the company. How much we are liquid. What is the meaning of how much are we liquid? It means what is the position of our current assets and current liabilities. Are we able to pay all our current liabilities within stipulated period or not? And even after paying all the current liabilities, do we have some current assets to run our business smoothly? That's why which ratio was calculated? Liquidity ratios are calculated. Liquidity is a very important factor for each and every business. If our liquidity is not good, it means if our cash position, bank balance position is not good, we won't be able to pay our all current liabilities within time, and it will spoil our image in the market. So this ratio will tell us what is the position of our company. So in liquidity ratio, the first ratio is current ratio. The formula for current ratio is current assets upon current liabilities. You know very well what are current assets. Cash balance, bank balance, trade receivable. Trade receivable means debtors and BR, bill receivable. Debtors and bill receivable. Then current investment. Current investment are also known as marketable security. These investment are also known as trade investment. So you can find any word over here, current investment or short-term investment or marketable security or trade investment. Meaning is same for all these terms. Then prepaid expense you know very well. Then inventories, that is stock. Stock can be of raw material, stock can be of semi-finished goods, stock can be of finished goods, and stock can be of loose tools also. But here, while taking inventory, we will not take stock of loose tools. Though loose tools are our always current assets, but in this chapter of ratio analysis, loose tools won't be considered current assets. That's why I have written the word except loose tools. Then next is accrued income. I think you know very well the income which is earned but not received. And then short term loans and advances, the loan or advances given by our business to anybody else. So all these are known as current assets. Now current liabilities. First of all, trade payable. You know very well. Trade payable means creditors plus bills payable. Bank overdraft, outstanding expense, unaccrued income, income received in advance, provision for taxation, proposed dividend, short-term borrowing. We have taken short-term loan from anywhere. Unclaimed dividend, dividend which is not claimed by the shareholders. Calls in advance. Current maturity of long-term loan. What is the meaning of current maturity of long-term loan? It means suppose we have debentures of rupees 10 lakh. Debentures of rupees 10 lakh which are to be paid in 10 equal installment. 10 equal installment. It means installment of 1 lakh rupees every year. So the installment of this year, which is to be paid by end of this year, will be treated as current maturity of long-term loan. So this is the formula for current assets. Current assets upon current liability. Its ideal ratio is 2:1. What does it mean? 2:1. It means we must have at least 2 rupees current assets and 1 rupees current liability, so that if due to some reason, if we have to pay all our current liabilities, so after making payment of all current liabilities from current assets, how much money will be remaining with us? At least 1 rupees. 2 रुपए की करंट एसेट्स में से 1 रुपए की सारी करंट लायबिलिटी पे कर भी दें तो भी कम से कम हमारे पास 1 rupees will be remaining, and with that 1 rupee we can run our business smoothly. So this is how to find current ratio. Let us take one sum from your book. Illustration number 1, page number 5.8. Page number 5.8 as per my book. Illustration number 1. I cannot write all the transaction over here. Here it is given from the following. Compute the current ratio and give your comment. We have given first of all non-current investment. So I have not taken here anywhere non-current investment. Only current investment is to be taken. Then we have current investment. It is part of our current asset. Let us write formula first. Current ratio is equal to current assets upon current liabilities. So current investment is rupees 40,000. It is part of our current assets. Plus, then we have given inventory, including loose tools of 50,000. So just I told you, we are not supposed to take loose tools in inventory. Total inventories are 280, loose tools are 50. So remaining inventory is to be taken over here, 2,30,000. Then we have given trade receivable, debtors and BR. It is rupees 1,60,000 and 20,000. So total become 1,80,000. Next item, trade payable. We have given creditors plus BP. Trade payables are our current liabilities. That's why we will take its denominator. Total trade payables are 1,20,000 rupees. Next item, we have given long-term borrowing. So long-term borrowing will not come over here because it is NCL, non-current liabilities. Here we are going to take current liabilities only. Then we have given short-term borrowing. It is part of our current assets. It is plus 50,000. Plus 50,000. Then we have given short-term provision, that is provision for tax, 20,000. So plus 20,000. And the last item is given cash and bank, 30,000 rupees. Cash and bank is our current assets. In this way, we will be taking current assets in the numerator part and current liabilities are in denominator part. So let us make the total here. 273 lakh, 4 lakh 80,000 divided by, it becomes dear 172 lakh, not 2 lakh, 290, yes 2 lakh. One item we forgot over here. So trade payable were 130. So my dear 0 it comes 2.4:1. So what is our current ratio? 2.4:1. It means we have 2 rupees 40 paisas current assets and 1 rupees is our current liability. It means company position is good because we have more current assets than current liability. If our ratio come 3:1, position is good. If our ratio come 3.1, it is good. Though more ratio is better, but excess ratio is also not good for the management. Suppose we say 4:1. Though current assets are 4, it means we have good amount of current assets with us, but it means management policy is not good. Management is not governing its current assets in nicely way. Here current assets means we have more cash, bank, trade receivable. लगभग बिजनेस में करंट एसेट्स में तीन चीजें ज्यादा आती हैं, कैश, बैंक, ट्रेड रिसीवेबल एंड इन्वेंट्री. ये चार चीजें ही मेन करंट एसेट्स का पार्ट होती हैं. एंड इफ वी हैव 4 रुपीस करंट एसेट्स, इट मींस either our inventory is lying more, or our trade receivables are lying more, or cash or bank. None of these item in excess is good for company. If these items are more, suppose inventory is more, price may go down in the future. It may be spoiled by the rats or moisture. If cash is good, more, what is the use? Cash will not give anything to us. If trade receivable are more, that is debtors and BR are more, chances of bad debts will be more. That's why beyond a limit, more current assets are always harmful. So this is our first ratio, which is known as current ratio. Now let us go for the next ratio, which is similar to it here with a small change only. And what is that ratio? That ratio is quick ratio. Second ratio is quick ratio. Quick. It is also known as acid test ratio. Acid test ratio, or it is also known as liquid ratio. Liquid ratio. Formula is very simple, sir. Liquid assets or quick assets divided by current liabilities. Current liabilities are same. Liquid assets or quick assets divided by current liabilities. Now question arises, how to calculate liquid assets, LA or QA? How to calculate them? Very simple, sir. In my previous formula, I told current assets. Now in current assets, there are 1 or 2 items which has less liquidity, जिनकी liquidity थोड़ी सी कम होती है. Can you tell me out of these items, which items liquidity is very less? So here liquidity will be less of inventories. So minus inventories. Now you may ask question, sir, why inventories liquidity is less? तो my dear, we have stock in hand, हमारे पास अच्छा स्टॉक पड़ा है. You want to sell it in market, but customers may or may not be there. मार्केट में कस्टमर हो सकता है, हो भी और ना भी हो, तो प्रॉब्लम may come. तो माइनस इन्वेंट्री माइनस प्रीपेड एक्सपेंस. If these two items, inventory and prepaid expense, we deduct from current assets, so it becomes liquid assets or quick assets, and the current liabilities are as usual. Quick ratios, ideal ratio is 1:1. What is the meaning of 1:1? We must have ratio of 1:1, that is 1 rupees liquid assets and 1 rupees current liabilities. Here I told you current ratio. One more name for this is working capital ratio. Alternate name of current ratio is working capital ratio. Now let us attempt another sum of the same two topics, current ratio and quick ratio. Now remember one thing, whenever you are attempting these ratios, first of all write the formula for in each and every sum. In each and every numerical, please write formula. Why I am insisting on writing formula dear? Because in each and every numerical, if we will write formula, so my dear, definitely formula will automatically be crammed to you. हर सम में अगर फॉर्मूला लिख के काम करेंगे तो वो फॉर्मूला पूरी तरह से हमें याद हो जाएगा. I am doing illustration number 2 now. From the following, compute current ratio and quick ratio. So first we are going to calculate current ratio. Formula I told you, sir, current assets upon current liabilities. Now one by one I will be speaking item. Here first item is current investment. It is part of our current assets, 40,000 rupees. Then we have given inventories, 5,000 rupees. Inventory 5,000. Next item, trade receivable, 2,000. trade receivable 2000. Then we have given short term borrowing. So short term borrowing is part of our current liabilities, 20,000 rupees. Then we have given trade payable. So trade payables are also our current liabilities. Then we have given prepaid expense, item number 6. So prepaid expense is our current assets. It is 2,000 rupees. Then we have given short term provision, item number 7. Short term provision is our current liabilities, 3,000 rupees. Then we have given other current liabilities. Name itself suggests other current liabilities. It is rupees 5,000. Now we have given short term loans and advances. Advances means we are giving. It is our current assets plus 4,000. Next item is tangible fixed assets. So I think fixed assets will not come because it is not part of our current assets. And the 11th item is cash and equivalent 10,000 rupees. And last item is advance income tax is rupees 8,000. So in this way we are going to write all our current assets and current liabilities. So here its total comes, total current assets are 71,000, total current liabilities are 30,500. Our answer comes 2.33:1. It means our current ratio is very good because it is little bit more than our ideal current ratio, which is 2:1. I think meaning is clear to all of you. Now we will be calculating quick ratio is equal to quick assets upon current liability. In each sum please write formula. As we know, quick assets is equal to current assets minus inventories and minus prepaid expense. So here current assets are 71,000. So whatever inventory were there, inventory was given 5,000 rupees. That we will deduct 5,000 rupees inventory. And prepaid expense, it was given in advance tax. Advance tax or prepaid tax meaning is same. It is rupees 8,000. So minus 8,000. So 13,000 we will deduct. So it becomes dear 58,000 rupees are your quick assets. So 58,000 rupees divided by 30,500. So when you will divide it, my dear, okay, one more item is also given here, prepaid expense. Here prepaid expenses are given. Where are prepaid expenses? Item number 6, 2,000 rupees. Item number 6, prepaid expense 2,000. So it comes near 56. So when you will divide it, it comes, my dear friends, 1.84:1. Our ratio, quick ratio is good because it is more than our ideal ratio, which is 1:1. So these two ratio I told you, we will discuss more numerical in next video. Thank you very much.